Hey everyone, it's Nathan here, back again from the Healthy Body Company in Jordan Springs. We're here for week 2 of the Rugby League COVID conditioning series. I hope you all enjoyed doing the workouts in week 1. This week we're going to step it up a little notch, not too much, just making some small tweaks to the program. So stay tuned for it and I hope you enjoy it.
Okay, so our guideline for week 2 is going to be exactly the same as week 1. The reason for that, when starting a training program, it's important not to change too many variables straight away in order to give our body time to adapt to the stimulus we're providing it. So as we're going to be making some changes to the exercises in their intensity and the volume, which is how many repetitions we're doing, and with the running, how long we're running for, and adding in some intensity work, it's important not to fluctuate and adding in another training day, for example, which has that potential to overload our system and cause injury. So exactly the same, 2 strengthening exercise days and 2 running days. Okay, so here we have the strengthening exercises for week 2. So as per last week, we're going to be doing the warm-up beforehand, which consists of some star jumps, some air squats, some arm circles, swinging forward and backwards, some slow toe touches, and also some push-ups against the wall. So we're doing 30 seconds on and 30 seconds off of those before getting into the exercises. As you can see, a lot of the exercises are very similar. We're just going to make a few little tweaks, and those that we're not actually changing anything with the technique, I'll just explain to you the changes that we will make as we go on. Also, just to make a quick point, if you feel like you're not up to the level of being able to progress, that's perfectly fine. The idea of this program is just to give you some ideas of how to progress the exercises, and it's not exactly a exact science because everyone's going to be at different levels. So feel free to progress at your own pace, and you may give yourself an extra week or 2 to do the challenging variation of the exercises as I've described.
Okay, so the first exercise for the program is going to be the Bulgarian split squat again. This time we're going to add a little bit of load to the exercise. So what we're going to do is grab a backpack. Here's one I prepared earlier. And we're going to load some hooks into it. It's going to be a decent weight. You're going to have that on your back. And then we're going to be performing that Bulgarian split squat again. Nice and easy. Cool, so we're going to be doing 3 sets of 8, so we're decreasing the amount of repetitions because we've increased the weight, and that should be a good challenge for you to get started.
Okay, so supersetting the Bulgarian split squats, we're going to be doing some push-ups again. This time we're going to just increase the amount of reps we're doing per set and aim to hit 25 reps.
Alrighty, so to progress the single leg bridges, we're going to go to double leg, where we're going to be adding a bench or a chair or a lounge for our legs to have to sit on, and that's going to bias the hamstrings a little bit more. So that's a hamstring bridge, this exercise. So we're going to be having both legs up in there, just a slight bend in our knees, and then raising our hips up to the ceiling, nice and controlled. So for this one to start with, because it's double legs, we're going to go for higher reps, go for 20 repetitions, and then if you're able to do that fairly easily, next week we'll progress the exercise from there. Alright, and now with our side plank exercise, we're going to make that a bit harder by adding in some leg lifts. So in that same sort of position, everything nice and straight, but the top leg is just going to be doing some hip abduction. So only going a little bit above the knee, not trying to bring it up as high as you can. Probably only about 20 to 30 degrees, and doing that nice and controlled. And you should be feeling it through the glutes on the outside of your thighs on both legs as you do that. So we're going to shoot for 8 reps of that on each side, and then going straight into the bridges in between those sets.
So with our bent knee adductor raises, we're just going to be increasing the amount of repetitions from 12 to 15, just to give you a little bit more time to adapt, because it is going to be an unfamiliar exercise for most people. And then supersetting the adductor raises, we're going to be doing our front planks again, but this time we're going to be doing some 90-second holds instead of the 60 seconds. And then lastly, our fourth exercise sequence is going to be the bent knee calf raises, this time progressing from 15 reps to 20 reps on each leg. Okay, so for the second week of the conditioning work, we're going to be doing our first session consisting of 15 to 20 minutes of jogging at a nice easy pace where you should be able to maintain a conversation. So depending on your level, that's going to be looking at roughly 2 to potentially even up to 4 kilometers of running all up. The second session is going to be a field session, so ideally doing it at a rugby league or union park. We're going to be doing it a higher pace across the length of the field, so that's going to be about 100 metres, and then a nice recover for 70 metres across the width of the field. So you're going to be doing 3 laps of that, which is going to be all up 6 of those higher intensity intervals. After doing your 3 laps, you'll get a 2-minute rest, and then we're going to shoot for 3 sets of that all up. Now, with this conditioning work, don't forget to do a nice solid warm-up beforehand just to gradually increase the heart rate and prepare our bodies for the running, just to reduce the risk of injury. So the idea of adding in this interval session is to introduce some speed work safely, as well as train the anaerobic energy system so that it can closely replicate the demands of playing rugby league.
Alrighty guys, that's it for week 2. Hope you enjoyed the new exercises and the new progressions for the conditioning work. Work hard this week again, and we'll catch you for next week. Cheers.